Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World, and I'm your host, Jargal Jargal. With winter intensifying energy demand in Ulaanbaatar and Mongolia, we are reminding you to conserve electricity by unplugging appliances when idle. This straightforward practice not only saves energy, but also aids in cost management during peak periods. Your cooperation is appreciated during this critical time. Our top stories for today. Cabinet implements 50% discount of livestock fodder amidst rising zoonotic risks. Forum on the rights of children with special needs organized in two provinces. Zavkhan Province provides children and teenagers with the opportunity to explore information technology. For the news, stay tuned. In a recent decision, the cabinet has announced a 50% discount on livestock fodder for herders to alleviate the challenges posed by the impending severe winter conditions. The directive assigns the responsibility to provincial and capital governors to oversee the proper distribution of fodder, ensuring it reaches the intended recipients and is not subject to misuse or unauthorized sales. As winter approaches, the nation faces the daunting task of safeguarding 69.1 million heads of livestock tended by 190.1 thousand herder households, despite assessments indicating that 7.8 million heads of livestock belonging to 18.8 thousand herder households were initially set to migrate in search of favorable pastures. Heavy snowfall has disrupted these plans, increasing the complexity of the situation. The Mongolian National Agency for Meteorology and Environmental Monitoring, in its report on December 10, 2023, has highlighted the severity of the risk, with 70% of the total territory classified as being at high risk for drought conditions, while 25% is at moderate risk and 5% at low risk. Notably, 40 zones in 11 provinces are currently grappling with the white drought, while an additional 48 zones in 12 provinces and one remote district in Ulaanbaatar are on the brink of experiencing drought conditions. As the winter landscape blankets 70% of Mongolia's territory in snow, the forecast for the winter and the spring of 2023 to 2024 is grim. Experts anticipate formidable challenges ahead, characterized by plummeting temperatures, heavy snowfall, and potentially severe snowstorms. The government's decision to provide discounted livestock fodder reflects a proactive approach to support herders during these challenging times. In a groundbreaking initiative, two provinces recently organized a forum focused on the rights of children with special needs and their equal access to education. The forum, which brought together educators, policymakers, parents, and advocacy groups, aimed to address the challenges faced by children with special needs in obtaining quality education and to develop strategies for a more inclusive education system. Currently, there are some 200 children with special needs in two provinces, and only about 20% of them attend a school.
The event opened with a keynote address emphasizing the importance of recognizing and upholding the rights of every child, irrespective of their abilities. Experts in the field of special education shared insights into the unique needs of these children and highlighted the existing gaps in the education system. For example, reports have emerged highlighting the numerous barriers that children with disabilities face when navigating public spaces. Uneven sidewalks, steep stairs, and inadequate ramps make it difficult or sometimes impossible for children using mobility aids or wheelchairs to move freely and independently. Over the last 7 years, around 790 million Mongolian Turks has been spent on a program for supporting employment of people with disabilities. Around 136 people have benefited from this program. They have difficulty and challenges such as using public transport, or there might be problems with stairs when we talk about mobility issues. In addition, if the worker has hearing issues, he or she will have communication challenges with their colleagues. Plus, there is not enough adequate infrastructure for people with disabilities. The meeting was attended by 24 representatives of SOMS online. However, representatives from Zumot, Erden, and Bornorsum attended the forum in person. We had more than 200 participants.
Some of my peers assist me when I have difficulties, while some kids feel burdened and don't like when I ask for assistance.
One of the key discussions revolved around the significance of inclusive education, stressing the need to create an environment where children with special needs can learn side by side with their peers. Participants deliberated on ways to adapt teaching methods, curriculum, and infrastructure to cater to diverse learning needs. Policy experts at the forum discussed the importance of implementing inclusive education policies at both the provincial and national levels. The participants deliberated on creating awareness campaigns to dispel myths and stereotypes surrounding children with special needs, fostering a more accepting society.
Children in rural areas now have the chance to delve into the world of information technology. Highly skilled teachers from Ulaanbaatar are scheduled to undergo extensive training in Zavkhan Province, paving the way for enhanced educational opportunities. The teachers, led by Altex Digital Exchange founder Ink Jaflang, a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania in the United States, are going to organize web development and 3D design training sessions for the 9th to 11th grade students of Zavkhan Province. It is planned to open a laboratory with 30 portable computers and software and study according to a newly developed program.
Additionally, there is a need to improve the technological and design skills of local students. Consequently, a 5-month program has been developed consisting of 2 parts. The first section concentrates on creating precise 3D model designs, ensuring that upon program completion, students will have to craft their own customized 3D products. The second part of the program aims to nurture expertise in UX design, taking students through the entire process from initial design concept to the creation of fully functional web pages. In Zavkhan Province, predominantly rural area, there is a current shortage of coding courses. For those eager to learn, accessing online courses in Ulaanbaatar involves prohibitively high fees. Having personally undergone such training, I found it challenging to grasp certain concepts due to online format. Nevertheless, it is crucial to note that this course holds significant value for children aspiring to become IT engineers and software developers.
Children frequently envision future careers as doctors, police officers, and other traditional professions. However, they often lack a profound understanding of modern roles like software engineering and IT engineering. Introducing courses in these fields can significantly impact children's career choices by broadening their awareness and knowledge.
I believe this course will be highly effective, especially considering the demand for computer-oriented 3D and software training. With this training, I expect that we can create and improve our products and programs on platforms like Amazon, contributing to continuous improvement and development.
The course is designed to span 5 months, utilizing a hybrid format that combines both online and classroom sessions. The initial phase aims to provide training to approximately 100 children, with each class hosting 30 students. To ensure a motivated and committed cohort, applicants expressing a sincere interest in IT will be required to submit an essay outlining their future aspirations. Participation in the selection process will be based on these submissions. In crafting an essay, it's crucial to reflect on the child's current self-awareness, their vision for a future career in information technology and web design, the goals they aspire to achieve through this course, and their comprehension of the extensive realm of information technology. A well-informed essay that delves into these aspects would not only showcase the child's understanding of themselves, but also underscore their genuine commitment to this field of study. The main lessons will occur twice a week, ensuring they do not conflict with regular educational activities. The training is set to begin during student vacations, starting in January 2024. Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Next, our program will turn our attention to foreign news, partnered with international news agencies. The new Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk and his cabinet were sworn in by the president on Wednesday morning in a ceremony which marked the end of 8 tumultuous years of rule by a National Conservative Party, Law and Justice.
The swearing-in ceremony of the pro-European Union government, the final step in the transition of power, took place in the presidential palace in Warsaw. Tusk was returning to the job after a 9-year spell in the position. The change of government follows a national election on October 15th, which was won up by a group of parties that ran on separate tickets, vowing to work together under Tusk's leadership to restore democratic norms eroded by Law and Justice and mend relations with foreign allies that were also strained. Tusk and his ministers arrived at the presidential palace in a bus in the white and red colors of Poland's flag and the words, "We thank you, Poland." They were greeted by cheering supporters. Tusk's government won a vote of confidence in parliament on Tuesday evening after an inaugural speech in which he vowed to demand that the West keep up its support for Ukraine. The confidence vote was delayed when a far-right lawmaker used a fire extinguisher to put out the candles of a menorah during a Hanukkah celebration dedicated to Poland's Jewish lawmakers of the 1920s and 1930s. Tusk and other leaders sharply condemned the anti-Semitic provocation. In his policy speech Tuesday, Tusk called on Poland's fractious political class to unite, saying the nation cannot afford divisions. While Russia is waging a war of aggression across the border, a conflict many fear could spread if Moscow prevails. President Andrzej Duda, an ally of the previous administration, swore in the government after having delayed the power transition as long as he could. Their disagreements found expression during the ceremony. Duda said that despite the obvious differences, he will cooperate on matters key to Poland's security and the people's well-being, but stressed that he believes that most things are in perfect shape.
Our next story, Japan's lower house of the parliament struck down the largest opposition party's motion of no confidence against Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's cabinet on Wednesday. The motion came as a founding scandal involving the ruling party's factions widens.
Members in the top cabinet and party posts are suspected of systematically failing to report several hundred million yen, several $1 million in funds in a possible violation of campaign and election laws, according to media reports. The money is alleged to have gone into unmonitored slush funds. The Kishida administration has neither legitimacy nor the ability to govern, said Kenta Izumi, the party leader of the Constitutional Democratic Party, during a press briefing on Wednesday. Prime Minister Kishida plans to replace some ministers on Thursday.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We will see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Goodbye.